If you're spending the time to build a website, you need to ensure it's discoverable. Although we love great design, the time and effort has gone into creating a customer journey is irrelevant if no one engages. We're going to dive deeper into the structure of your content and how to optimize keywords to ensure you're getting ranked on search engines like Google or YouTube. Search engines are powerful tools, and with ever better artificial intelligence, they're able to crawl the entirety of the internet, continuously adding websites and web pages to their ever-growing library. Google is the world's largest search engine, producing 3.5 billion searches every day. 86% of their searches worldwide are made on their platform, so it's important to invest the time to understand what they're looking for. Online content is any information available on the web, including text, images, music, videos. Online content is typically broken down into categories such as blogs, social media posts, articles, YouTube videos. Copy refers to the writing within content, and it's a vital element both for your audience to resonate with, as well as for search engines to take note. It's clear a blog or article is written text, but don't discount wording on videos and podcasts. They have titles, headers, and descriptions as well. Ensuring this copy is filled out with the right words and phrases is vital when looking to make sure search engines pay attention. Copy, short for copywriting, is arguably the most important component on your website. Whilst great visuals and slick graphics are also essential for audience retention and perception, it's text that gets picked up by search engines. The time required to make sure your content has been created for both your audience and search engines will have a great payoff. Here's an example of a website we threw together. We can make an educated guess that they're selling pizzas. Now let's take away the main image. There's nothing in the text to let me know the website sells pizzas. In fact, if it weren't for seeing the image prior, we couldn't guess what they were selling. Although intelligent, search engines aren't mind readers. Fortunately, helping them index and understand isn't rocket science. Images play a vital role in keeping users engaged and adding interest to any online content. An image might say 1,000 words, but when building an online web page, 1,000 text-based words equates to a tiny file size. If you substituted 1,000 words for a high-quality image, it can dramatically slow a website's load speed. All the effort crafted into your keywords and structure is greatly diminished if the image on your website is too large a file size. Before uploading an image to your website, we'd recommend optimizing that image for the web. There's plenty of free online tools, but we enjoy Image Resizer Online, links below in the description. Also, a website called Pingdom has a free speed test where you can understand what's slowing down your web pages. One pro top tip: most images are in the file format JPEG or PNG. WebP is a more modern format, providing superior compression and still allowing for transparency. A title tag is the text shown to users in search engines. It also shows on your browser's tabs at the top of the page, but doesn't actually appear on the web. Although not on the page itself, the significance of title tags is paramount. Ahrefs demonstrate the importance of title tags with a great blog post example. Ahrefs had a 37% increase in traffic when they altered their title tag from Rank Tracker Ahrefs to Rank Tracker by Ahrefs, check and track keyword rankings. How to title tag. Google cuts title tags off around 50 to 60 characters, so it's important your title tag doesn't overrun. There's lots of free online tools to check your title tag fits, such as Mangle's Search Engine Results Page Simulator. You must also ensure you're writing for your audience, not for the search engine. A title tag is to be read, not a list of keywords. Header tags, blogs and articles. Unlike title tags that are used off the web page, we can draw search engine attention to our page's headlines and structure. Breaking up large blocks of text is important. This can be achieved with headings and subheadings in addition to images. When posting blogs and articles, you'll be able to label text with a heading, H1, H2, H3. An H1 tag is a primary heading on a web page. Typically, the H1 tag is larger, bold text that draws the user attention. It's also important to note that a web page only has one H1 tag. H2, H3, H4 tags. An H2 tag is a subheading of that H1 tag. They're the second level of headings on your article. Typically a web page will have 1 to 3 H2 headings. An H3 tag is a sub-subheading, and so on and so on and so on. Headings lend your article structure that search engines can use to catalog. There are millions of web pages being added to the internet every day. Search engines don't have the time to read through your whole article and instead use titles, headings, and keywords to make an accurate calculation on where in the library your content should be found. How to find keywords for SEO. Keywords are words and phrases that users type into search engines such as Google, Bing, YouTube, etc. Keywords need to be included in titles, heading, and subheadings if you want your page and content to be found. In Search Engine Optimization, keywords can be broken down into head keywords and long tail keywords. High volume searches are made up of head keywords and are likely to include the subject topic, i.e., if you're searching for stone-baked pizza, pizza would be a head keyword. Search engines also get a high volume of unique phrases. Amazingly, 15% of all searches every day are completely unique. These phrases are known as long-tail keywords. It's important to note keywords are both words and phrases. Your business might have been running for a decade or a day. If you think you know what your customers are searching, think again. It's fortunate that searches vary dramatically. Most businesses don't have the budget required to rank for a head keyword such as pizza. Fraught competition using head keywords often means modifying your content to mold a longer keyword. Trying to rank for something like Chicago pizza is near impossible. It might be much better to try and expand it, like Highland Park pizza, which is the location in Chicago we looked up. That eliminates 77% of competition. Chicago pizza, that's a big number. Highland Park pizza, still a massive number. It might be better that you expand it even further with best pizza in Highland Park, Chicago, which is still a pretty big number. Search engine research. Whether you're looking to be ranked on the world's largest search engine or potentially want a boost on your YouTube video, Etsy offering social media posts, etc., you should definitely start by searching the platform and subject you're looking to grow within. First, open a new incognito window. Without the incognito window, your search results are being affected by many past searches and therefore won't necessarily produce the same results your potential customers are seeing. We're going to use Google as an example, but these principles apply unilaterally. The search starts as you begin to type. You most likely have a subject idea, so try a couple of variations of what you expect your users to search. Here we can see the search engine making predictions based on past searches. Take note of words and phrases you find interesting. As well as that, you can also take notes of people also ask. Lastly, the related searches section at the bottom of the page can also hold some nuggets. Now we move on to free tools. By consulting free online keyword tools, we can move from understanding what keywords are to what keywords we should be using. There are tons of incredible free online tools to help you gain insight into keyword analysis. We tend to stick to this list. Word Tracker, WordStream, Google Trends, Google Search Console, and Yoast is quite good as well. Use these to look for keywords with high exposure but lower competition. When we decided to write an article around search engine optimization, our title started off as SEO Guide. Understanding what your article can accomplish is important, and it's unlikely we'll be ranking on page 1 of Google for SEO Guide in 2022 or 2023. That's what completing research is here to achieve, and after spending time on the tools above, we narrowed it down to creating SEO content, top tips for SEO, how to find keywords for SEO. Although search volumes for these aren't in the thousands, there's collectively 570 monthly searches in the UK, which covers our goals and objectives. Here's how we broke down this article's keywords. The title tag we put as Creating SEO Content, Top Tips for SEO from Yoke. The H1 header we put as Creating Content for SEO, Top Tips for SEO. The H2 headers were What is SEO? SEO title tags, How to find keywords for SEO. Search Engine Optimization Content Audit. You're well on the way to having the fundamentals all checked off. Making sure you're auditing your content to be search engine optimized is our final step. We've gone through content structure with headers, subheaders, and keywords. However, search engine algorithms do a little more digging into your content to ensure that your writing follows the same subject as your heading. You've really got to use 2 or 3 keywords per section throughout your content. This actually tends to happen naturally. Just take a little care to phrase sections so they contain your keywords. Search engines are thorough. We've discovered they love titles, headers, and structure, so it shouldn't come as a shock that your image titles also hold weight. Photos, tablets, or graphic captions are an opportunity to place keywords. Leaving your image name image9834 doesn't help search engines catalog. Image alt text is also a thing. Alt text provides an image with a subject matter. If an image fails to load, users still have an understanding of what they were meant to be seeing. There's an article below that Google goes into a little more depth on how to provide an ideal online-friendly image. We've also found Google helpful to audit your entire website. You can do this by simply searching site, semicolon, and then type your website into Google, and it will display all your website pages and their titles and meta descriptions. SEO Specialist is a job title in itself. This guide most likely won't get you employed by Google, but hopefully it's a start to getting you ranked on their search engine. Although obvious, it must be said that one of the factors determining your position on search engines is producing great content. Search engines love to deliver content that users want. They want to provide their users with the information they set out to consume, so you need to be producing content your audience wants to see. Despite this, great content is unlikely to be instant. By conducting research, committing time, and finally posting online, you can build your online home brick by brick by brick. Check out more insights below, and all the best in creating from the Oak team. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. We're a really new channel, and it really does help the algorithm.